wanted to rock with you, roll with you. Said you was my baby girl, then you left me too. Everything was kosher, perfect like a poster. Then I got word that you wanna lead a picture. Off with somebody else, off with the jerk. With the shame on me, I really thought that it could work. Off with somebody else, off with the loser. Shame on me, I really thought we had a. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. Yeah, lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot of Ciroc. Girl, you left my stomach in a knot. Took my lighter and you burned the bridge. Thought you was a writer, no, you just an idol. You got me feeling like Big Sean in this 5, 4, 3, 2. I deserve a minute, wait a minute. Gotta get up and over, regain my composure. No longer my lover, finally finished and you did it. Girl, you really showed me. Think with your heart, don't think with your body. Clever. Sorry, not sorry.
Hello, everybody. I just want to take time out and say a special good evening to each and everyone who is tuning in to the topics. Special thanks to the Real Entertainment Network for having us here, you know. And I just want to say, share the show, share the live, share whatever. And your constructive criticism is also necessary. And tonight, the show is captioned, A Janice Fault. If you know, you know.
Yes, good
Alan,
night, everybody.
what's
Good
going
night.
on?
We get a first opportunity to talk to the people about what's taking place. You know, the premiere is gonna get this spin tomorrow. In case everybody know, in case anybody don't know, the breaking news right now is that there is a fire down at Four Seasons, and we hope that everybody, we hope that there are no injuries. First of all, seem like there's
No
gonna be
casualties.
property damage, but we hope that there's no injuries. But Jason, you don't hear the preliminary report, because you know this is gonna be NRP fault. So you hear the preliminary report of what happened.
But if you're not careful, let's say Janice do it, huh?
Well, let me tell you the preliminary report from what I hear. I hear that my father, who is the chairman, and Janice was driving a monster truck, and they drive over the security. You check, and they had on Halloween clothes too. You check, he had on a jack-o'-lantern gabs, and Janice had on she wicked witch up the West gabs, and it's NRP fault. And NRP decided, CCM getting too much too much a good coverage for this. I then bring the hotel, and then I get the benefit out of the hotel. So then I just say, that's it. Check it out. So we don't solve everything. Everything is laid to rest. It's gonna be NRP fault.
Yeah. And special good evening to my good friend Marlene Pemberton, who's really complimenting me in my winter complexion. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I love it when it winters. I love it when it snows because I glow.
On a different level. I mean, I know some people gonna take the first part the serious, but I want Me ain't gonna blame the government for anything what happened today. If Four Seasons, who got condos down there, ranging between I believe like $4 million and like some of them maybe up towards $10 million, right? And they ain't got their own fire truck. But Four Seasons, man, I be going out there, higher property to big, higher property to value. Me, who be running higher, but I ain't gonna blame for the government for wherever it is take place tonight down there. I could tell her I went up on my veranda. I looked down at the Four Seasons and I could have seen her just. It been look like when them man just going to get ready over let out the fireworks. And I'm told that it's getting worse. Hopefully, as me say, hopefully them are gonna get this thing under control while we here speaking, and we're gonna hear some good news towards that. But me no want to blame right on the government. As I say, what do you think? It would be the government fault. Four Seasons really supposed to secure itself a little better.
I can't talk on certain things what me don't know, but I know for sure a company like Four Seasons should already got something. You know what I mean? Not just a fire hydrant.
Me tell you.
Are you train certain people for things like this? So at least you know when this happen, you know what I mean? You have the trained people for that already.
Yeah. Even so, there need to be something like kind of. It's supposed to got something kind of close enough to start out these things. As me say, I hope that this is started out quickly, because Four Seasons just announced that really and truly from this weekend for a couple of days, locals, not locals, not even the premier could have got Four Seasons between the 5th and the 9th. Totally booked, totally committed. You sure? So, and then to get this now, and especially at the start of tourist season.
And guess what they're going to want? And guess what they're going to want? Some government concession.
Oh no! You better believe. You better not what they want to know. What they're gonna get. What they're gonna get is some concession. The good thing about if there is any damage down there, though, the government is not gonna be in charge of the construction, so that we know that the construction is going to finish. We will not have the problem of saying, well, by them are gonna do construction on this, and we're gonna wonder when it's gonna happen. Them man actually are gonna finish wherever they start to do down there.
Well, Alan, the fact that a situation happened, right? Remember, I like to say this all the time. We all time like wait till something happen, then after we get proactive, you check it out. So, like for instance, every establishment, private businesses, whatever, should at least got a couple people trained for certain things so at least you know when certain things take place, certain like fires and all the type of stuff happen, at least they know they got at least 3 people trained for that kind of scenario there. You get what I'm saying? So like for you know what I mean? You could be working at a law firm, but you got to do some sort of training exercise, because you never know if a man might drop down on top of you. You know what I mean? You got to learn CPR and all those type of stuff. Somebody maybe got something and you got, everything is needed around your work area, because you never know. So yeah, like you got to get some sort of basic training regardless of whatever. But I think every work on the island especially, although we don't watch TV and walk out, only them things that happen in America. Yo, these things can happen anytime to anybody. Like the only thing we only does basically study for is like tsunami and earthquake.
But I never studied the tsunami thing, It happened, but I never studied the tsunami thing. But I know which part they say you're supposed to go and go.
Like you don't have to train everybody. You just train, you know what I mean? You just train, the people who want to do it, who into those kind of voluntary work. You check it out,
Right.
and this will also, like how we don't deal with a lot of resume, you know what I mean? All of that need to be fact. We need to just create our own resume, you know what I mean, and factor in all this type of stuff too, with certain experiences. Say, hey, you know what I mean? I may not be the fastest waitress, but I know for sure if somebody a choke, I'm gonna be very active to save a life.
Right. It look like I say you and Dr. Joe on the same page, you know.
No,
As you
Dr. Ju
talk
said
about that,
such.
no, as you talk about save a life story, Dr. Joe said something about he wanna make Bastille a 4-minute city. And he said he wanna do some kind of training in the of normal people to use a defibrillator. So that if you got anybody got any kind of heart problem or anything, somebody could at least give them some kind of basic care until the hospital is able to come. So like I say, you and Dr. Joe on the same page, man. You like the
Well,
initiative there? How that's it?
it's so good, but what happened is I got myself in a situation where like 4 o'clock in the morning, right? I went to the bank, right? To the ATM machine, and I see
Mm-hmm.
a person there on the ground. So I take it as nothing. I say probably drunk. When I got there, the person OD dog. You check it out, and luckily the person who I was with was trained for that situation.
Right. You know how skeptical me be, right? If I been see that move there, I would have feel like this man a play some kind of thing, and then he just wanna be turn a be back, and then he gonna get up and do all kind of thing. Me too skeptical and all that shit.
So no, but because knowing me, because like you see it all the time, right? Like to be honest, I would if I alone was in the camp, would have passed him straight, you know, because it happens so often, right? You know what I mean? Like on the body business. But I was with a particular person, individual at that time, and they're like, "Yo, we can't leave this person like that."
Right. I love when somebody tell me a story and they tell me they was with a particular individual. They ain't telling me who the individual be, you know, they was with a particular individual. I like your story. I like your story. Your story
No,
sound good.
no, you just that, you
See,
know,
see,
you okay then.
see
Let
I
me just
wanna
break it
give you
down,
a
you know.
compliment too.
Yeah,
See,
thank
I
you.
wanna give you a
Yeah, you
compliment.
okay then. Since you want to get into details, and I mean, you come from party one night, and after you just pick up a thing and you walk out. Yeah, you know, you get one of them. You get one of them. You know, one night stand. You check it out. So luckily, the one night stander is highly trained.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bye, listen. She should have get another night. Just for being trained. I would assume the performance was awful, which is why she never get a call back. Everything is confirmed. Everything is confirmed. I know how you go.
hmm But yeah, but like people need to be trained in certain areas, regardless of wherever. It could be the supermarket. It could be working in a warehouse. It could be working in the bank. It could be working even on the ocean. You know what I mean?
I feel like let me see. Well, because in the UK we all have the training to help save lives in CPR. Okay, sound good. So I guess Dr. Joe and modernize us. But you ever deciding you're going somewhere, and before you go, you're factoring in whether or not the city is a 4-minute city. Cause Dr. Joe said this would say to our tourists who come here that if anything were to happen to you within 4 minutes, you have the best chance of survival. You believe tourists does really think about them kind of things before they get in Panama?
No, because the thing about it is right. If you put negativity in the air, yeah, I mean negative things gonna happen. You gotta put positivity in the air. People come on vacation not to have a bad time. People come on vacation to have a good time. So the last thing they would be thinking about before even getting to that situation is maybe getting drunk. before they even think about that.
I feel it. I feel I
You
feel
get
like if Nevis was a place maybe where like say I had poisonous snake or something. I feel like maybe then things they would have come into play more.
but
But
what I do feel though, what I do feel for, what I do feel for though, if they know they got certain places that are tourist destinations, you know what I mean? At least they're supposed to get at least 2 person who qualified for those types of training.
I feel it. But you see, to me that there is like for example, four seasons should get them kind of thing, me. Down on the beach, the man supposed to put together and got them kind of thing there within the restaurants. If you see what I mean, say someone of
But
they stack them kind of ways there.
but I feel like they're doing it because remember I used to work at 4 seasons, so like there's certain training that you do, but in terms of that situation, I'm not sure of the fire situation.
Oh, okay. Well, well, it's a good thing I've be done solve the origin of the fire already. Bye, Lloyd. You take it easy, you know, man. People in the bank, schools, gym, and grocery stores are trained here. Wow, everything I move fast. Great, thanks, my dear. Jason, man, if you see that piece of news, this is an article I found recently. I haven't heard anybody speaking about this, but this is
And
regards. Okay, what is that?
which article?
I was just going to give you the headline. The headline says Sinkits and Nevis Registry takes flack in triple abandonment case. I'm gonna enlighten you as to why or I don't know. So it says Sinkits and Nevis Ship Registry stands accused of evading its responsibility to more than 30 seafarers by deregistering three ships on which they are abandoned, a tactic which has been roundly condemned by the International Transport Workers Federation, or the ITF. Seafarers on the Med Sea Eagle and the Med Sea Fox, anchored off of Sharjah in the UAE since July, and others on the Med Sea Lion in West Africa have been abandoned by the owners Sea Lion Shipping, having not been paid for months and left without support essential to their well-being. The latter ship was found to be carrying a huge haul of cocaine in April this
Phew.
year. They are all running low on food and water, and many are in urgent need of medical help. One from the Med Sea Eagle became so distressed by the situation that they attempted to take their own life. ITF inspectors report that the mental well-being of all these seafarers is poor. The Sinkits and Nevis flag has confirmed to the ITF that it has deregistered all three ships in response to their abandonment, but it has not come back. It has not, in parentheses, after more than a week, come back on a request to explain why it did this while the seafarers are still on board and in peril. In quotes now, Sinkits and Nevis is playing fast and loose with international law, said David Heindel, ITF Seafarers Section Chair and President of the Seafarers International Union. It is morally unacceptable to leave these seafarers to rot on stateless vessels by merely deregistering these vessels. It should not relieve them of their obligations. If it's that easy, what good do our international instruments provide in protecting seafarers? The Caribbean Island Group has ratified the Maritime Labour Convention, which lays out responsibilities on the welfare of ships' crews, including in the case where they are abandoned by ship owners. This makes it very clear that in the event that ship owners do not support seafarers and insurers are not forthcoming, the flag state, which will be St. Kitts and Nevis, takes on the obligation for seafarers' well-being. In the case of the three ships, Sea Lion Shipping claims to be in financial difficulty, and insurers have been unresponsive to the ITF's demands to step in. Under the MLC, that leaves the seafarers' lives in the hands of the flag state. I find it unbelievable that the flag state takes the fees for registering the ships, but at the first sign of trouble, it ducks out. This case shows into sharp relief the lunacy of the flag of convenience system, said Mr. Steve Trousdale, IDF Inspectorate Coordinator. Countries like St. Kitts and Nevis see registering vessels as a money-making opportunity, but do not put the resources in place to properly regulate their ships. The world's economies absolutely rely on ships like these, yet they continue to tolerate this flawed system. In doing so, they are continually putting the lives of the seafarers at risk. The same flag has received plenty of flack for the volume of so-called shadow tankers it had on its fleet in the first year of war between Russia and Ukraine. So the man pan Dr. Joe asked, boy. The man said Dr. Joe collecting the fees. Well, when it's time to collect the fees to register the boat, the man say I'll be there on that. But anytime when the trouble start, no, I'll be deregister you and we ain't know nothing. What going on? I'll be start to talk like I'll be start talk to Chinese. Me not speak it. Me no know. What your vibes? I'll be have a right to bail upon these people.
It's not bailing from the people, no bailing from trouble. Save your own ass.
But when you got stories like this now, how you gonna balance that? The saving your ass. When on the other side, people gonna always say, "Bye." You got to watch how you do business with them, and Marlene, I'm unsure if we can receive any fines. So what about that part of the publicity?
I mean, yeah, the publicity, right? But whoa, this is like thin ice, yo. But at the same time, you want to be on top of the ice or under the ice?
Well, part of the thing why we may watch too is like the caution in it for me is we got to watch the money what we are taking. Because the money where you're taking coming
It's bad
along
money.
with me not even say it's bad money, but the money come with responsibility. So we might just watch it on a level and say, well, boy, we're registering ships. Look at the economy, the boosting the economy. Did we read the fine print to know that, well, in a case where something go wrong, we have to be the one who gonna step forward now and take the responsibility? Cause that's the thing, you know. A time I was doing something with somebody, right? And them I say, I be in a partnership. But me I say, why this is not a partnership, boy? I'm here to do the work. Which part of the partnership come in? You ain't putting in a capital and like I say, you know, I'm here to do the work. You check
Yeah,
it
but the
out.
next man could be a front.
Well, tell me that, but then what me I say is, don't say we a partner. We ain't in a partnership. And as me say, it come with responsibilities. If you're telling me the responsibilities are upon my front, then where the partnership there? Partnership mean we share the profits, and if we lose, we share the loss too. But if we only share the profits, we ain't partners. We can't be partners. How does
Nope.
this affect us financially? Publicity, especially
Financially.
black people, can open up scrutiny into any kind of financial gain. Because let's be honest, lately we have had a lot of scrutiny in different areas internationally. Well, that I make kind of question too. You know what I mean? 'Cause if you build up enough enemies, you got them over here say, well, bye. Them man do me a thing with some boat. Next one I say, well, bye. I had a problem with them there. I've been like, you see there, you know? And then the next one go find the next problem. You could kind of, you know, you could bring
The
people
thing about
together who
it
are not
is,
necessarily been against you.
is like a situation by what's been done, and we don't say what we say. So it just that they got to know to tackle it the next time. That's all. That's how we see it. Because it look, because if they were expect to be fined or something, you don't know how that fine would have been, knowing the fact that all these payments has been dished out in terms of the $1,000 per person who pays social security, and like it's like you went to the sea, go trust half the drink. You know what I mean? Well, look, although you don't collect like 50 cases, you say you collect 50 cases for your party. You know what I mean? Remember, you don't put the commission towards the people and who deal with the drinks, man. After now, you're going to bring back 30. You understand me? Bye. Bye. We don't pay them man the commission after this year, you know?
And and I feel like the other one in there too, what I was saying is, when you're collecting these fees, you can't just collect the fees them and then spend the money. You got to spend some kind of money upon the actual business. So you got to build up the infrastructure so that if something happens down the line, you got something where you can fall back on.
Alan, do we know anything about preparedness? The only thing they know about preparedness is what they should have do after the fact.
We know about hurricane preparedness.
Yeah, but guess what? Apparently the blow with the hurricane.
Yeah. The man, what? The man that obvious strong back. Nothing like
Somebody laugh.
no hurricane farm. No hurricane farm shall be touching news. Telling you.
What? Hmm.
Yeah, but
That's what me like me prepare. You know?
I expect Dr. Joe to address that little situation there at some point in time, you know?
Well, you
Bye.
know, damage control is easy right now. You know? You say what you say, but you say it in big words, so you could kind of like, okay, it sounds smart. It sounds like you're making sense.
Jason, you could recall Javon give me a task and I said I need to find the time when the premier who was in the team unity for 7 years, he said find one time when Mark Brantley get up and say he introducing this bill into parliament, and I couldn't find
Mm-hmm.
none. And I tell you about, let me watch Dougie, cause I know Dougie get foreign affairs, but I didn't. I wasn't sure what else he get. Dougie, he introduced the consumer affairs bill. Let me see. I don't think so. The ship spare provider per to say they fly certain flag countries while entering certain countries' waters. The company, I believe, pays Escane a fee to fly the flag, but not sure how the contract is set up. But seemed like the ship had jugs, and maybe that was now voided. Tanya, remember what I want? Tanya, remember what I want boat, you know? And that's still no answer to the abandonment. Because remember, these people, the white people who are talking about them, are saying that based on something called the MLC. If the boat is abandoned by the ship owners and the insurers, then he come back down to the country with the flag. Really and truly, I would have been looking for the insurers them, asking what be going on. That's what I would have been looking to do as the government.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Dougie introduced a consumer protection bill. So all the ships were under the SKN flag. All three of them, yes, Tanya. And I tell you, when I look back at Timothy Harris, right, I gotta give him props for. I realized how he was trying to control Nevis and the fact that Nevis allowed himself to be controlled. In terms of when you look for the whole 7 years, the most important ministry we had was Foreign Affairs, you know? And the Minister of Foreign Affairs, main job is to get out the country. So you don't eliminate the biggest threat by being the premier. You could just send him along whenever you feel, just brr, brr, gone. And he ain't had no ministry whereby he got any in parliament go say he introducing nothing. He only get up in support. So I see the logic of what the guy do. Because then when I watching what Dougie got, Dougie in charge of the investment economy and some kind of another thing. I've been abandoned with those ships as well. Basically stranded and can't come ashore. I think that is the bigger issue. And that the article was addressing. Definitely, you know what really happened with the article today too. Dr. G is a man well go talk about. It's a human rights issue. It's a human rights issue. Dr. Joe like go preach anything there, you know? Human rights. He doesn't say, well, Sink It's and Neve is human, huh? Human rights. And I'll be take money from the people and then move off like I'll be flag. So when he come back with the human rights, he gonna be kind of mistake. He gonna, as I said, he gonna go say something from this.
Swoosh.
Okay, let me take it back. Alexis had a big ministry too, agriculture. But he only had 2 years. So that's that. He had it 2 years. Maybe he would have get off something. But he not really get off nothing in the start. I would have try to get off something. Or at least said, hi, Mr. Premier. At least me got something long the way be me doing. Me not just get up in support. But agriculture was big too. And I know Alexis is that. The Consumer Affairs Act, right? They said that this is gonna give more teeth to whoever in a government. I feel like the government need to come out and be clear and say exactly how far they could go. Because certain things really crazy. As me tell you, I don't see certain things and it's within a reasonable price range. But certain things are what I see when I'm not here. And even when I factor in customs and electricity and all kind of other things, but I can't see how I get them price today. The other day, somebody tell me that they see down in China. You ever hear about the sulfur 8 soap?
Yeah.
Okay, you got the sulfur 8 soap and they got, I think, a grease. When you look online and you see the item, right? Both of them come together as a pack. $12.99, Jason. When you
Mm-hmm.
go down by the Chinese, down by the Chinese downtown, the shampoo one is for $40, and then you're gonna come back with some kind of another money for the grease. And me don't know how you understand. So them man need to make it clear how far exactly this price control thing go work. How far this consumer protection thing go work. How youngster man go be. Really and truly. That's what them man they tell me. Cause if me see something online $30 and I tell me I bust them and one of them was 40. No man.
Yo, if they want to talk about consumer, you know what I mean, and all that type of stuff, they gotta start with their own abattoir.
What you mean? The abattoir prices outrageous? From what I know, they
So,
were sexy last time I went up there.
so because you got people still buy cheap burger meat in the supermarket after one sell it for arm and a leg. The burger meat,
Right.
the home burger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After you look, they must sell them in a restaurant. I want to charge you $25 and $30 home.
Well, by at the seasoning, you know, the man put on the special seasoning. You check it out.
When I used to do
But
burgers, I used to get my meat. I used to get my meat from the agriculture department and mix it up and add my seasoning and all that type of stuff. So I'm just saying, you know what I mean? When you start with what you're selling first and compare your price to others.
but as I tell you, me not feel like abattoir is a big problem. From the prices what I used to
No,
see
no.
when I was going up
But
there
I'm just
sexy.
saying, start with it.
The only problem I me got is just the kind of relish way be me want. Cause remember time somebody tell me, bye, you got some local steak, you know. Check on the local steak, man. I mean, try on the local steak,
Yo,
but me try to lie, no boy. Man, I ain't doing that.
but bro, but bro, listen, listen what going on, right? I'm not trying to do a comparison or nothing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people what got grocery, you understand me? Some of the parts them what they just sell for arm and a leg is up here for free. Like for instance, the turkey wing. You understand me? Nobody, nobody eat the turkey wing up here.
Mm-hmm.
I watch them throw with the turkey wings, them bro. It's only people like a be Caribbean oriented eat the turkey wings. I go to a farmer's market. You understand me? And the woman I sell the turkey and cut off the wing. Them I ask the woman, yo, would you get the wing them for me? You understand me? I'll pay you $20. With $20, I get 5 bag of wings.
Loretta, we are not gonna start selling donkey meat down here. Next thing we don't have any more politicians. What are we gonna do? Them are we gonna start with? Huh? So no, we ain't gonna sell no donkey meat. You take it easy with that. The Martin can
I'm not
wall up do that.
I'm not saying don't sell them, but when I look at the price for turkey wings where you used to buy it for, and like these man will get watch out, these man will making 100% profit off of these wings.
I feel like somebody got to do with the market too, you know. Because for example, it, like why people selling fish for down here? And so another thing, you can't get them for the same price in other
I
places. You got
listen,
places where we don't
I
win,
get
no, but you got places where we don't lose. Big
no,
time lose.
I get that to know. I get that to know. But I'm looking at certain parts. like parts what considered as waste are
Mm-hmm.
worthless. Like for instance, you know what I mean, people love black pudding. So, for sure you could go and get the belly for free or whatever. You know what I mean? After but but after now when you realize the supermarket has start to sell it for a certain price, I'm like, what? But this ain't making no sense. So what I'm trying to say is like, bro, you understand me? Things were up here man and refuse, like that's where they're making a profit.
I feel you. But you gotta remember, refuse up there, but not down here. Because when you talk about
Yeah.
people up there that eat turkey wing, me, I ain't laying that they got to waste by. Who you talking to?
But I ain't letting on no turkey wing two ways. Listen, listen, they had Thanksgiving the other day, and all I tell them, hey, you could eat the neck, the breast, and everything else. Save me the wing.
So
You know,
wait,
man.
Canada
Hmm.
Thanksgiving different to America Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
I was unaware of this.
yeah.
I
It
Halloween
done
tonight.
October, Halloween tonight. Thanksgiving
Okay.
was October the 11th.
Man, that's weird, man. I think I
What,
make my money for Halloween in November.
but what we do on the American Thanksgiving, we got midnight sale. We got that sale, that Black Friday sale.
Mm-hmm. Because America is the shit. So you gonna have, I guess
Hmm.
so.
So that's what's up. So you're
But,
gonna
but
find people camping out. You're gonna find people camping away to the store out, man, and the type of stuff. They put on the tent.
yeah, yeah. Uh, As me say, Dougie said this thing got him more teeth. I feel like the government need to be a little more clear about exactly how much teeth this thing got. I didn't listen, but I forget to say to boy. Um, couple things really. Um, as you talk about black pudding, I talk to Florence, and as you see, the world tour continues. I can't even say which part they tell me that. Me not like to say which part people there until them say. If them say them there. But the tour continues. Miss Byron is doing very well. But it gone all kind of boy, me tell them, boy. You know the places me see you gone on the tour. What I need to reach. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying good night to Miss Byron. I hope you continue to do well. Enjoy yourself on the trip. You deserve it, man. Um,
Like,
but yeah, I get a Facebook friend request. Say what? I have been invited. Yes, I did speak to her. Um, the ministers were in Sinkitt's, as I tell you, for Parliament on Monday. Um, the Premier missed Parliament because of I think there is a tourism conference in Nevis. So I see everybody picture. I think Hishan and Lataya was like they have better stuff to do. But you think that the premier should have had to left the conference and go to parliament? It's too much. I shouldn't
I
expect that.
mean, he should have make Alexis the leader of the opposition, so Alexis handle the most of that, so he could continue being the premier, right?
Boy, I feel like when I've been coming, I've been said that Alexis to me is more popular than everybody. It been kind of create a problem. Yeah, I feel like that was the start of the downfall for the guy. But That would have been the smarter move. You would have taken care of everything where be as a you see. Good night, Florence. Back in London. I see you joining us early in the morning. As I tell you, I hope all is well. Continue to enjoy yourself. Everybody say you deserve it. So just have a wonderful time, my friend. Yeah, the premiere. As I say, it's too much of an expectation for me to expect that the premier and the leader of the opposition would do both. Around for expecting such, it's too much of an
But,
ask.
but yo, and it made me start to wonder, you know, boy. Parry, it made me look at things, you know, boy. Parry was a miracle man for real, no?
In terms of what? Expound.
Where me, boy? Parry no put himself in them kind of position, there, no?
Need events.
You know, here.
Remember all when like the premier get his federal seat, he basically eased straight into being the leader of the opposition. Vance decided, but no, Nevis we dealing with. All when it was the unity thing, really and truly, them man give Vance senior, make him a senior minister just for the years where he was in there. But it wasn't like he was trying to be anything. He just been wanting to make sure that, well, by I could go back to Nevis with everything secure, you know. So I could even start out you all could make the other guy make his job, the job to get out of the country. Make him foreign affairs. He ain't gonna realize what going on.
Parry should have been a national hero, boy. You give 5 years and you accomplish so much.
No, it was too much. I just feel the only thing, as I say, that you know what maybe in a study. Right now the debt is $500 million. If it wasn't for CBI, the debt would be $1 billion. Eh? We really got the same debt as SK right now, a little under SK. I respect all the ministers before the premier, as you said, because the man wasn't getting it, but it just goes to show that it's too much for him. You can't work two places for the same thing. Everybody working for government should do that then. Man, I know you could talk about you can't work two places at the same time. I know you could cash two check at the same time though. You better believe that. Same institution. You better believe that.
Tanya said? We're in the year.
No, Tanya, no. In a race of us, pan the pace for the premier depend right now. If we give him 10 more years, he gonna be right there. Yeah, he gonna be right. Yeah, just 2 more times.
Remember Zook gonna look through the bushes, no?
Zook ain't gonna find out when he look through them bushes there.
The premier don't unfriend me, so let me just leave it as that here. Unfriend is better than a block.
Bye. Okay, let me ask you that question before I say the next thing. You remember when we had the confusion with the lady? Yes, Annette, on the pace, generally he lose like $40 million a year on average. So, and we with it 544? 10 years is another 400. No, he ain't even need 2 terms. He only need like maybe a term and a half. And he will definitely be getting the job done.
But so you don't predict him on position? Lad.
No, may I look at the history of the man and how much he average, how much he lose per average, and yeah, he will get there in a kind of time frame there.
So you're
If
basically
you see,
saying he's gonna stay in power.
no, Minas, well, it's not my determination. The
So
people
based
have
on what
a.
you see, if he stays for next
What
term and
I'm
a half,
saying is good, good. No, you got me. All what me say is when you look on the graph is going up steadily, and if the graph continue go so, because that is time. If you give more time, the graph just going to go based upon the history
but
of
I
the guy.
don't. But here, what me say to know if the hospital not done by December, right? You just hand it over to the Taiwanese.
But I be talking about the Taiwanese all the time. I feel like the Mondo chop should be the Taiwanese, the hospital, the pier, um, the airport. We could just name the airport Kokanjing International. You check? First
So
international
what
flight
about?
gonna be a flight from Navy straight to Taiwan.
So you remember those clips that we saw about talking about what you call it, beer rock consulting?
What you talking about beer up? I never hear about beer up.
Well, that's exactly what he said.
So wait there. Before you go to the story, let me get a little explanation because the question was asked by the young lady who I tell you she always step up there and she asks wonderful questions. And the young lady step up there and she asks, Mr. Premier, could you give us an update about Beer Rock Consultancy? And the Premier's response was he does not know anything called Beer Rock Consultancy. And there was a clip that was there which showed the Premier clearly introducing Beer Rock Consultancy and Mr. Skip Hogue. My God, I never want to hear Skip Hogue again. But yeah, them people there. He introduced them, but yet a couple of months later. Listen, is all these little things what are showing, Mr. Premier, is too much for you right now.
I think we deserve to play the clip from where he started to where he ended because I think it's in the chat, so at least people would
Mm-hmm.
know rather than just we say it. So, Master Control, could you please look up the data, look up the receipts if you can, and drop it anytime you feel one after the other. Where he started with, he start talking about it, and after the question was asked. But I need to go. What do you mean you need to go, Auntie? What do you mean men can cook? But you can't hear, men can cook. Man cooking up a $1 billion patois. Yeah,
Well,
beer,
have you?
beer, beer, beer.
Well, have you
I know,
to pull up the
I know.
video, guy?
But all Alan, I know there's two good beer. I know two good beer on the island. No. If you go Nevis Bakery, you got some wonderful beer club there. I too love them. So anytime you go to Nevis Bakery, you get some lovely beer club. And you also got the Carib beer. Mm-hmm.
Mm. I mean, I don't know. Like, I was never a Carib fan, man.
But it
I
look like you gotta
barely,
be a Carib fan. Why
I
you
barely
barely?
could do with a skull.
Which,
Me
which beer?
barely could
Which
do with a
beer you
skull.
mean? Which beer you
Heineken,
mean?
Heineken,
Oh,
not beer rock. Me don't know any beer rock. Bye. I'm telling you.
But
Let me just give you a little update on the geothermal energy. Cause the premier said we gonna got to get underway by December, which would seem to me to suggest that November is gonna be an important month. I would assume that I'm gonna see movement as far as clearing down a land, increased presence of backhoe and them kind of thing there. So if I don't start to see nothing going on this month, it means that we might get another 6 months again.
mm-hmm.
Wait. Yeah, so I'm waiting. I'm monitoring and watching the flex to see what's going on. Me no see from the last time when them man clear it down by the forest don't come back. Them man make me wonder now if it's legal to knock down the national tree. The Poinciana, cause the month of them maybe them man knock down or clear off the land. We still not do no project. But I looking to see if I ever knock them down again. Maybe I feel like they're gonna go up again a third time. Germinate the land. I don't want to stop talking like a son. Just don't know one of the things we save Navy son. Right now.
And two things expensive right now. Well, three: chicken wing, turkey wing, and the hospital wing.
Dr. Jose they want to start some kind of civil service institute. So they're gonna be training civil servants. In things like hospitality and all that kind of thing. My question to you is, right, what is the purpose of school for right now? What school be? Daycare center? What we doing?
Honestly, I don't even know where we're going. Based on how everything go, I'm confused. I'm confused because if you go to school, you don't, especially if you're going to college, there are certain things you want to be trained for. So he basically cutting out a program to create his own. Is it that, sir?
It seemed to me like it's a thing where they're saying that persons, when they come out of school or when they come to the civil service, they may not necessarily know how to interact with customers. So for example, you might get somebody who is the cashier and them work the cashier customs. And me only call customs, so I no bother get vexed with me. Me only call a department. And the interactions with people ain't the best. But what me say is, right, what school for? And also, boy, that one you gonna be hard. Good night, Miss Cornelius Webb. Miss Webb, I realized something about you the other day. I see you ain't got no ugly children. I would like to congratulate you. You got ladies who they can make pretty babies. My God, you make pretty adults. Boy, you make me forget what even me son now. That's what you have a wonderful yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, hallelujah. Mothers. Oh yeah. So the parents them too. What going on with this thing of like we got to go civil service institute now? So you're going primary school and high school and I know how to talk to people. The thing I get a kind of little better, Kai, watch out. Middle's friend. Sometimes you just got some young people and them man pass me and them man is like, good afternoon. I like them. Big up to the parents who still put in that old school mentality there of, but yeah, Me like when a young man pass and them man compose himself and the man is like, good afternoon. Young lady pass and compose himself and good afternoon. You check vibes. So is this an acknowledgement that school have failed? Civil Service Institute? This necessary? I can tweak the curriculum and not to the Civil Service Institute.
But you see, everybody more focus on accomplishing one thing right now, forget the stepping stone of the foundation, which is what they say, manners takes you around the world and all that type of stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Like I can remember, Alan, this ever happened to you that you pass your test but you fail it because you come late?
No. I can't say I have had that experience.
But you know, they used to do that, right? Like if you come late and all that stuff, they would take off marks off of what you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as I said, I never experienced that one day. I never experienced that one day.
Yeah, but they still, I don't know if this.
I don't know if it's because my mother was a teacher. So I really was reaching later, so but I just never experienced that one.
Yeah, but I know for sure, like all that used to be part of it, so you got to show up on time and whatever, and all that type of stuff there. Like, and even have a news item in the morning.
But I remember a couple of years ago, I asked the minister. He was the minister of education at that moment in time. And I asked the question. I was like, "Sir, you don't think civics should be taught in the schools?" And the minister of education watched me back in my face and said, "Civics? What be you talking about? When himself?" All in 2023, they were ready to you check.
Hey. When me used to go to school, me news primary school especially, me news item used to be easy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because they asked me what news I have today, Mr. Wallen. I said cruise ship in today, look there.
you could get you with that. So the end you so like tell her like you go bring like a local, a regional and an international type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, me news them used to be proper, you know, because me used to tell them, remember, I used to work sunshine those days, you know. Remember, when me left school at afternoon time, my sunshine me gone, you know. You check it out, so when me tell them me see this person, this superstar and all them thing they know, me answer me make it glory for you know. When me tell them Mel Gibson is in the house, you know what I mean? They're like, what? Mel Gibson? Then time they watch Lethal Weapon 1, 2, and 3, them time they. What you mean?
But Java know the thing. That what me had to do. Local, regional and international. I saw them and I set up the thing. Dr. You said the institute is going to be a hub of training encompassing areas such as customer service, leadership, ethics, public administration, and other things.
But he also lead to a lot of acts. He also lead up to a lot of acts taking place in the school system. Like for instance, art and craft, tea party, and all that type of stuff. That like these are designed for the actual students them to partake and all that stuff there, because guess what? You as a child, you know what I mean, you're supposed to host a tea party, you know, the teacher then get involved and start to do all kind of thing, you know. The tea party is for the students them to have the parents then come and eat and they serve the parents, you know. All of that they take away and make it look like it's a money making thing and all that stuff there, you know. Imagine you study. Yeah, tea party.
Mm-hmm.
The tea party is for you to invite your parents them and whoever your family members them and you serve them, you know. All of that is part of creating some sort of hospitality, bro. Like when you got it there, you got it there when you got art and craft. You know what I mean? You know to make your pillow, you know to make a craft with a picture in it with your family. You come and watch everybody else craft after you stand up by yours and they say your craft and you explain what you did with your craft and the materials and all that type of stuff there. All of that is part of the hospitality. All of that and everything just turned to a money making thing. Because guess what? You gonna make your craft, then after a look, you gotta pay for it.
And Java, that a how come I say part of this thing got to fall back on the parents and them job. Me try to lie, like I feel like your child, but then again, but me no. But as I'm saying, the responsibility me ain't even gonna put it just on the teachers.
And the thing about
But
it
I,
is, the thing about it,
but I feel like that's a place where you could teach it though.
and next thing too, they don't teach about the banking system and all that type of stuff. They only teach you how to deposit your fucking money.
They don't even teach you how to deposit your money. It's just a matter. They teach you maths, and then they will be like, well, guys, use it, but ain't really like in a practical sense. Are lacking in that area, especially government offices. Well, Lionel, here's my question. Isn't customer service basically like manners? You got certain little things, let me tell you, should be taught. These are little tricks. Like, for example, say you have a gentleman in Nevis, and we're only coming up with an example, and say is he third night in a particular establishment, and this is he third cheese where he in the establishment with. When you come in to deal with them, and you can't say, hey, Mr. Powell, you're gonna have your regular table. No, you're right out upon me. You're just snitching. You have to say, good evening, sir. May I take you to your table? You can't say about
You again, you
you
again.
can't say you check. You're gonna be in the same place as you was last night. You
Well, after the
can't
next, then your partner gonna ask, well, who you been here last night?
exactly. But I'm not little kind of tricks within the
Yeah.
scheme at the
So that's why me
service
can't tell.
industry. So little
That's why me can't tell
ways.
Tanya then which part me go. That's why me don't tell Tanya and then which part me go. Cause Tanya they gonna ask me if me see somebody in the area. There.
I, I feel like definitely it need to be a rounded thing, and it need to be a community thing too. By at some stage in time you got to get trust, and this is why you need to get some kind of you people got to at some point realize, okay, the joke thing done, right? Yes or so. You got certain
Boy,
things. You got so where they? You got certain things where me will see people with them young people do, and me see them a laugh. Whereas if that's a young person in my life, but me not gonna laugh at the situation. Man. Me gonna got to go over
you
there
got
now and me got to go teach a young people, teach a young person why be that
listen,
they be a trouble.
listen. You got people used to work at people back home working at phone companies and end up breach going there just to help their friend because they tell themselves like, I wanna know what me man me not talk, who me man me not talk to, and go in and do that there for the friend. There. Emotions.
Yeah, man, job on. Boy, me learned some maths the other day. Some numbers. Wow. Wow. But yeah, we need to make it functional and see like I doesn't really want to compare Nevis straight to America. But then I like the other day, me hear the premiere. And when it's convenient for the boss end up and say, compare our CBI program to Europe. Europe got 742 million people. But the boss end up and compare it. So if he come make them kind of wild comparison there, me gonna take a little swing now. I went to a school in Florida. Them man got a gym inside the school, a basketball gym, and they play volleyball in there. The blackboard and so. Them thing they like electronic now. You could run your thing to your tablet now. The way how people learn is not going up on the chalkboard and so strictly now. And you got people who, yeah, them man go get you by learning in that way. But you got certain people who is like, bah, them man go see it. I know me for sure, but you could explain a concept to me. But if you could explain and you got the thing in your hand and you show me, you give me a kind of way to picture it in my brain, the concept kind of become more sensible and I can work with it. Yeah, not algebra, relations, functions, and graph. They teach us how to find x, and now in real life they say keep away from your x. But Java and them are not confuse people. That's how them do it. In algebra, find x. Soon as you come out of school, them tell you, Ocho, don't nobody find your x. Leave your x alone. But them are not confuse people. Bro. Yeah, you know, you know. I want to tell you about find the variable. The variable your x such a boy. Variable is your x. I got small beef with Marsha. And Marsha is wonderful and amazing. I got small beef. Marsha said that the Canadian market shows growing promise. She's talking about the increase in airlift capacity. I'm gonna give it some time because I'm not really concerned about the capacity argument. I wanna know how many asses are in those seats. Because if I increase the capacity, if we increase the capacity, and we just normally got deal with these airlines to say that where the plane is not full, we're gonna be paying for them seats there. I don't just want to know that there is an airline with 90 seats. I want to know how full also them 90 seats to be, so that we could actually at the day we know what type of this thing. It depends on the age.
Well, if you tell a lie, you know what I mean? I could find out because I know only one airline come to St. Kitts and Nevis.
What, from Canada?
Yeah.
Them man got something coming in from, I think it's this weekend, huh?
Yeah, but he under the same brand.
Well, what's the airline, you know? You know, have to keep the brand mysterious, and I've been on a plane. No,
I don't have to. It's Air Canada.
Is Air Canada? What's this new one? What I say?
It's under Air Canada, bro.
The new one is under Air Canada, so it's basically more planes, but from Air Canada. All I know is them man say they have a new flight. You will fly straight to Toronto. You know, Canadian commission will go up there. One of these times I can reach Toronto.
You just apply for your ETA, bro.
Yeah, okay, see what Ian Nevis Big Papa Taylor said, JetBlue. So JetBlue under Air Canada? That's not facts.
No, that's not
So
fact with JetBlue.
you get new information.
So
No,
that's
the
new
man said JetBlue
information.
come. Yeah,
JetBlue different.
exactly. That's what I'm telling you. Cause I know that them man got new thing
So
what they say coming.
I know about one particular airline. I ain't know nothing about JetBlue. Because the
Well,
reason
see,
why, because my friend work here Canada, so that's why I ain't know the update about whatever. Hear him, oh, we introducing flights going to your country. I never not even know. I don't even know your country that like really exists until I saw it. I like shit. I feel shame.
mhm. Yeah, well, see, we got JetBlue as well. And
Mm-hmm.
more than one person says so it ain't no under Air Canada story. We got JetBlue.
No, the
And me
next
say,
one not JetBlue.
bye. I've heard nice things. I just want to go to Toronto in general. Feel like you got one out of things. Man, he got a lot of birds up there. Man, yeah, I want to go to Toronto. I'm gonna reach to Toronto.
Anyway, and refocus.
Um, but it had one line. He had one line.
See that?
Okay. Me not say no, but I've been also know that she been talking about a different airline.
Yeah, because what happened is the actual Air Canada is expensive, bro.
When you say it's expensive, what do you mean?
Meaning like if I fly like from here to Toronto is like $7,000 to $1,000.
How much money is that?
$700 to $1,000.
And that's like what three? That's like what 3 hour flight, 4 hour flight,
4 hour flight. And I could use swoop and pay $50 and catch a same flight.
and pay how much?
$50.
How reliable the airline will be? Like them man don't lose your bags and so. You ain't got no TV. They ain't got no kind of TV in that plane.
No, you're not gonna TV.
Okay. And
Like for instance,
you can't rest back on kind of thing. They just straight up.
no, I believe yeah, you could rest back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I use Lynx Flair. No, which airline me use go to Vancouver when I was booked? I use um Lynx. I use Lynx, and it was I think $30 to go to Vancouver, and it was only like an hour flight. But here the joke coming back now. Then I got no flight attendant. They had to fly. They had to fly They had to fly a flight attendant from Toronto to come to deal with us. So every 3 hours, I believe they had to pay us like $100 and something dollars.
I want to read couple sentences, right? And I would like you to tell me why be me supposed to. What you understand by what me say? That.
Okay.
And these are the words of a great man, by the way. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
Let
you're
me
not
get it down
spirit.
so we can put on the socks. Okay. As we stand on the threshold to 2024 and look beyond the horizon, the challenges we face are complex. We are tasked with preserving the environment that draws visitors to our shores, balancing economic growth with sustainability, and harnessing the transformative power of technology while preserving the human touch that defines Caribbean hospitality. So, in a very real sense, what we are seeking to embrace is an anathema to that which we are also seeking to preserve, which is that personal touch. And that balance, therefore, is going to be critical for us to achieve that harmony. But it I don't need to end up she and me so they got it out. Ginger! Pop out! Okay. So Jason, what did that mean? What is an anathema? I hope he wasn't talking about no enemy. Me got to go look up anathema.
But me hear that kind of what they feel like me in the hospital.
Anathema means something or someone that one vehemently dislikes. Hold on. A formal curse by the Pope or Council of the Church excommunicating a person or denouncing a doctrine. Whoa. Pause. Did the Premier use a wrong word? Because the definition we may see of this word here ain't got nothing. Oh man, I don't know what you're doing. My dog named Ginger, and none of you could spell him.
So Alan, you're trying to tell me the man toss a big word in there just to make it sound sweet?
Boy, the definition of the word is something or someone that one vehemently dislikes. Let me read that part of the sentence there again. So in a very real sense, what we are seeking to embrace is an anathema to that which we are also seeking to preserve. Tanya, as I tell you can't spell my dog name. Mr. Premier, we're going to need some context behind the word there. We're going to need some context behind the word there, because that word there, you want to embrace something or someone that you vehemently dislike. Well, the Premier been a choice, he want to hug, give Janice a hug. That what a sentence they mean? Let me see. I don't want to trouble that one.
Anathema.
I don't want to trouble that one. But Jason, I'm going to ask you a question. And this is kind of building off something what we were saying. I think Cleon was saying something about being loyal to your party. You check? I think she was saying like he had some people and happy while jump shift wherever the hell. And it made me think. You feel like you're more loyal or more faithful?
Faithful.
I like the fact that you said that. And one of the things what I would like to tell all of the anybody who is listening, anybody who think about the politics, loyalty ain't gonna be able to get it done. Faithful, I feel like more voters, more people who trying to get into the thing, you need to be faithful. Loyalty, people could use it against you, particularly people in power, because they're gonna end up and say you're loyal. Anything them do, Donald Trump said I could shoot somebody in the middle of Manhattan. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing because he watching it loyalty. When you're faithful, you got to choose to be faithful to this person, you know. And when them do choppiness, you could say, "Bye, yeah, I got faith in you." But you could tell them when they're doing choppiness and be able to say, "Yo, no, you're destroying what is taking place." Regardless of whatever, sorry, because as me tell you, they always gonna be bumping of heads. You're not gonna agree on everything. But I feel like we got to get out of this loyalty thing if we wanna see if we really believe in country above self. But something you will tell persons who might be in a bigger position than you. You're wrong. You ain't seeing everything about this. You got people sometimes them not call me and be like, I mean I agree. I agree. But then they make me think. They make me go and research a little harder. Sometimes they get me wrong to the side. Sometimes the research what they make me do kinda entrench me a little more. But at least they push me in my brain to think about what going on. It make no sense be loyal to them politicians here. In my estimation. Be faithful. You know what I'm saying? You make the decision and you also evaluate them from time to time so that you know that the faith way you are putting them is not misplaced. You check? It's just my little. It been coming in my brain, you know?
Of course you have to. Come on.
Yeah.
Half of the head top.
The dog and keep barking. The dog is only acting so right now because she can't see him. And also the cat is out there and she's fascinated with the cat. Miss Sweet and time, cause she get Wayne. And Miss Sweet getting to do the cat something, you know, do the cat nothing, but he just fascinated with the cat. But listen, I know of some persons right now who are blindly loyal. They don't question anything about their favorite politician. And me don't question everything boy everybody. So it kind of different for me. But I wanna offer the people an alternative in how they could approach the thing. I feel like as me say, you have the ability to make a choice. Don't just get lucky into this loyalty thing. Be faithful, be committed. You know what I'm saying? But loyal to choppiness? No. Me not see it. No, that was my little rant I had to go on. When you cat and dog, I have an affair. No boy.
Yeah, man.
The other thing I two is a girl cat and a girl dog. Me only deal with human animals. First dog me had been a man dog, and then after that me not had no more man animal boy. Me not hear nothing about from 4 season. Whether or not things have improved, yes or not.
Well, we wish all the best for them, you know. You know how that go. Yeah, man.
The last thing I could do with that, and then wrap it up. Well, two things really. Ladies and gentlemen, I think daylight savings time begins this Sunday. On the days when DeTopiks has a guest. We are gonna be starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is gonna be 10 o'clock in Nevis. Like I've got topics after that, them time they definitely gonna be drinking for those shows.
And what time is
And
it? My time?
I do not know what time it is your time right now, so I can't even tell you.
It's 8:35 my time right now.
8:35, so that would be 6 o'clock. And no, well, no. I gonna hold that after the show. But anyway, so it's gonna be 10 o'clock. For on days when Real Talk Corner has a guest. They're supposed to have a guest tomorrow. Next week. Bye. That they give me an excellent time, but yeah. And on days when they don't have one, then it's gonna be regular timing. You see Dark and Devon speaking yesterday.
I see a couple highlights of it, but I didn't get into it too much because I was busy doing a job.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to young men know, I hear your politicking. I hear listening, man. I listening very, very, very. I hope that because I tell Ira that I feel like the two of them need to be on the show. And just let me give you a little pre-warning. I gonna ask Ira to be on the show too. Cause I wanna fight. I would like to fight with y'all. Me and Doc don't do a little verbal sparring. It's gonna be me and Devon first kind of real time. But I feel like y'all on the verge. I feel like y'all wanna contribute to the island, and I
Me
wanna
grudge
push
too.
out.
Make it one big show, man. So whenever he done, he done. They get the whole package.
Mm.
They get a tag team.
Yeah, I wanna fight with them. Cause I see
Yeah,
some little areas and I'm kind of dipping, and I want them boldly walk through the door. You know what I mean? So I saw y'all
mm,
speaking. Hopefully, y'all are gonna be on Real Talk on soon, and we go
it's gonna
fight,
be a
man.
combination show. I want it to be a combination show.
Yeah, and I mean the two young men I think right now affiliated with NRP. Um, Me ain't fighting the young consensus movement people too. Remember I tell the first thing I ever said to the premier, get rid of Vance now. I definitely was on the train. So if y'all don't feel like I'm looking for a young CCM right now to get rid of Mark, I like the thing turn over and be fresh, you know? Yeah. The premier don't
Yeah,
say
man.
he thinks he's still right now, he don't tired time to hotel. He don't know what make I be can do no better. We just losing money. So no. I'm ready for the next iteration of this scheme.
Right.
Wait.
Mm.
Oh no. I did not write down that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did you see what happened to the young lady? The ambassador?
Who got recalled?
The United Nations?
Mm-hmm.
So so here's the thing, right? She Bye, Iona. I wanna miss the people I try, you know. I see I want to people I try. Me don't know. And they supposed to got some kind of action you speed, you know. What's up, Mr. Powell? We do 50 years of culture now. What about the people that are coming down for our culture now? 24 neighbors God can host those people. The school reunion, classmate reunion coming up in 20. Call Joanna. So what's going on? Can they hold it? A school reunion? But me kind of confused by the message. You understand what was taking place with that? I see school reunion, but I don't know who is Joanna.
I guess you're saying a lot of the activities happening, right? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, could they host a school reunion and all that stuff there? That's a matter of Abernathy and them and the cultural committee to deal with.
But the man say the team for next year is homecoming, you know. So I expect to see by next year on got so much cheating. Big up to the premier for all of them side roads, man. Big up to the premier, man. You know how much ways you got to go in a Brown Hill now, right now? Oh my God. Woo! You know how much ways you got to get this thing done? But big up Mr. Premier. I love the roads, then, man. So this lady now, she get in a fight with Denzel Douglas. And she lose. I want people to realize something. Denzel Douglas, if he get in a fight with Dr. Joe, he gonna lose. Jeffrey, if he get in a fight with Dr. Joe, he gonna lose. So he's in Brown Hill culture. Am I gonna? So he's in Brian Hill culture. Am I gonna be what's up? Where Brian Hill there?
What's it mean, bro? Hell?
You gotta be. They did that before back in the day when CSI had their 50th anyway. It didn't distract from culture. Okay. Let me lay the vibes. Let me tell you something. As many people who want to come back, and I need to work with a couple of little foreign birds to man. You know, let me do the thing. Yeah, let the thing go on. Supposed to have a couple of beverages and so. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we could get some kind of show link up. We got some kind of show link up, everybody meet up and, you know what I mean? We have a good time.
Oh.
Have some libations, man. But yeah, the lady getting in a fight with Dougie and lose. And me only say so because, like, but me don't disagree with people who above me, you know? But not to them kind of extent, eh? Not unless I decide, but I want to go home. I just ready to done. And this is the year of like people who ain't know exactly where they're supposed to be. Cause we start off the year like this. You know what I'm saying? We just needed to come to terms. We need to agree on the senator. You check it out. Since conditional support for who in charge I be. I'm just telling you people, you can't run a conditional support for who in charge of you. When somebody I come for my 55 and older Cougars for culture. Marlene, but I feel like you could just come and do that kind of thing there, and I feel like nobody gonna harass you. Go ahead.
Let him come
Go
in.
ahead.
Let him come in.
Go ahead, Marlene.
Come
Go
in.
ahead. Mm. You cannot deal so with who is in charge of you. What must say, boy? You disagree with them respectfully, and if you're done, you're done. But the disagreement always go be respectful. It can't be you up on Facebook and talking about what? Carry me in front of the Public Service Commission? Miss no. No. You can't do that kind of thing there. It's not possible. You're gonna lose every time. So I'm just telling people, take notes. You got your boss and you disagree with your boss on a fundamental level. I don't know, friend from mine, she can take
Modo. Mm-mm. Hey guys, I just want to say good night to each and everybody for joining
but
the topics,
me like that.
and and don't forget you also got the hot topics chat room. You know what I mean? You could put some information in. You could be interactive among people and share your opinion, your point of views, and whatever, and your sexual habits. Anyways,
And you could share your opinion even when you're giving me word and people contacting me to say, yo, you see this? And I still gonna defend people who give me word and say I controlling why be them I say I still gonna defend you behind your back regardless. It's a free space, man. The only thing me want, you know what I'm saying, we ain't gonna get 2 cents. But yeah,
can the
you
can
buy
the
your
come
own.
and leave and make a man buy $100 burger and fries for she, you know?
Listen, the amount of boopsing what is gonna be taking place for Culture Armor 50. It don't start already. Don't start already.
You know,
And
so
he got people. What? He don't watch it. He don't got people don't start the books. He don't got man what start to save our books. He got man right now. He got man right now. Don't this is well okay alright. I gonna have to be short. I gonna have to be short for my Christmas gift this year because next year it's a lot of books. Tanya, me been here, you know, we get a ticket where me show me here you win or no. I need to ask you, did you, Tanya, did you receive the ticket that I clearly heard that you won? And that your big friend, Mr. Abonati, say is secure for you? Did you ever get that ticket, Tanya? Give me a confirmation on that. And Abo, if you ain't get the ticket there, come on. That might go be one of your first books too. If you want, make sure you're back. You want? Make sure you're back. You can be staying in a hotel. Bye. Me no feel like the premier got people have been over bid next year culture and go website and all them things. I don't believe he gonna do it. But that the thing when me feel about Marley. I feel like if me meet Marley in real life, Marley gonna mash up my ego or something. Marley ain't gonna be good
mm-mm.
right or something. Abo, you give away a ticket on our platform and the ticket was not delivered. Abo, you're gonna go start out that.
The
Cause
ticket
you
no
know
make
we
it.
respect you. You know we respect you. And you know we always gonna support you and all them kind of thing. But about you gonna go deal with all the other better than that shit.
You see
You
what
need
go on,
time
man.
to start out. Man. Yeah,
Anyways,
but just we could say good night really, you know.
good night to each and everybody. It's been fun. As the time rolls, you know what I mean, I'll be and see what time we could be adjusted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And we are out. Thanks for having
Yeah,
us.
good night everybody. You check on Four Seasons.
Wait a minute, gotta get up and over, regain my composure. No longer my lover, finally finished and you did it. Girl, you really showed me. Think with your heart, don't think with your body. Clever. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not Justin Timberlake, write me a river. Lately, I be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I